I am Illinois. Let's talk about my top five, starting five, all time NBA. So we're going to look at point guard first. We have some options here: Magic Johnson, of course, Oscar Robertson. Oscar Robertson, because of the time he played, especially not being in the NBA until 1970, playing with the Cincinnati Royals, he often gets forget about. He played in a different time of basketball, so but the numbers are the numbers, and he did put up very nice numbers. So then, of course, you got John Stockton, and I'll tell you what, this guy tough as nails, could shoot, could play defense, steal. Look at that, 2 steals a game, 10 assists for his career, 13 points. Um, you know, it's a classic situation where if John Stockton wanted to score more points, he could have. So different times. Like nowadays, with Steph Curry and with players nowadays, offensive freedom reigns supreme. You just have options to be free to shoot whenever you want, and it's different. Different type of basketball. So um, Isaiah Thomas at number five. That's like I'm a Chicago Bull fan, and I remember the heated rivalry between the Pistons, and I hated the Pistons. I still don't like the Pistons, but um, Isaiah Thomas at number five. I mean, Magic Johnson had something to say about that. Um, so good for Magic Johnson saying that. Isaiah Thomas, Steph Curry better than Isaiah Thomas? No, that's just Stockton better than Isaiah Thomas. No. Uh, this is comical. Actually, who voted for this? But we're talking about who's going to start for me. We're going to go Magic Johnson. Um, a popular pick. He's a winner. He's a legend. Why not? You can't go wrong with Magic Johnson as your point guard. All right. So let me know in the comments who are you going to go with. Let's go to shooting guard. This is easy. Michael Jordan. Uh, I do I need to say anything else? The greatest player in NBA history, and I am so thankful I got to watch every single game he ever played with the Chicago Bulls. They got Kobe number two, um, Jerry West. He's number three, but overall, I think a lot of people sleep on him. What a player Jerry West was. I mean, um, he could play. Dwayne Wade at number four, Clyde Drexler number five, Allen Iverson number six, George Gervin, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, Earl Monroe. But without a doubt, we're going with Michael Jordan. That's easy. Cannot have a all-time starting five without Michael Jordan. Um, it's impossible. All right, so small forward. Who's going to start from my small forwards? We got LeBron at number one. They have. That's not right. Larry Bird number two. We're going with Larry Bird. They got Julius Irving. A lot of people sleep on Dr. J. They do sleep on him. What a player he was. We got Kevin Durant right there. Kevin Durant over Elgin Baylor? No, no, no. The disrespect going on with these top tens. Elgin Baylor was one heck of a player. Um, Scottie Pippen, he gets disrespected also. Scottie Pippen, what a player. John Havlicek, what a player he was. Nice player. Rick Barry, he was a player too. James Worthy, Dominique Wilkins making the list, but Elgin Baylor being disrespected hard. There's no way he's number five. No way. Just stop that. But Larry Bird, how good was Larry Bird? Larry Bird. is a debatable number three ranked player of all time in NBA history. Michael Jordan's number one. Larry Bird could be my number two or my number three player of all time. Larry Bird was absolutely devastating as an NBA player. There's nothing he could not do. In all reality, he was a better rebounder, a better passer, better free throw shooter, better 3-point shooter, better field goal shooter than Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan, of course, greater scorer, greater on defense, and also a greater winner, a greater drive to win, and able to execute that passion and that determination. But Larry Bird, there is a highlight tape on YouTube that you can watch of Larry Bird. Unbelievable. This dude was, oh my gosh, was this dude amazing. Not only, not only did he do what he did, but he told people to their face what he was going to do, and he did it. Get on YouTube, look up Larry Bird. The man told players to their face what he was going to do, and he would do it. Unbelievable. But I listen, I'm telling you, if you don't know about Larry Bird, if you're not convinced Larry Bird is a top three player of all time, if you're not convinced Larry Bird is better than LeBron James, all you got to do is get on YouTube, look up Larry Bird, and after you watch all the videos, see everything you need to see, you will then become a believer that Larry Bird is a top three without a doubt NBA player of all time. So he's starting for my team. All right. But you got LeBron James starting. You're sleeping on Larry Bird. What are you going to do? All right, power forward. Now this one requires more thought for me. We have Tim Duncan coming in number one, and really the only reason they have him at power forward is because you had David Robinson playing center. But if you remove David Robertson from the team, then Tim Duncan's a center. So um, you know, Karl Malone, the mailman, um, him and Stockton did some good things. Dirk Nowitzki could shoot it, of course, but Charles Barkley, what a player he was. But I got to tell you, Dirk Nowitzki could shoot the ball, but there's no way he's number three. His defense was crap. You're going to tell me Dirk Nowitzki is better than Charles Barkley? Stop yourself. Better than Kevin Garnett? Stop yourself. He could shoot better, and that's it. But who could play better defense? Who could score better? Who could rebound better? Come on. It's common sense, people. Kevin McHale gets slept on. Um, Charles Barkley refers to Kevin McHale as having the best footwork he's ever seen in the NBA. I mean, he did too. Kevin McHale had. I mean, they call Tim Duncan the big fundamental, but Kevin McHale had. He was the greatest post move player in NBA history. Um, I mean, unbelievable. We got old Bob Pettit. What a player he was. Elvin Hayes. Paul Gasol comes in at number 9. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Dennis Rodman gets in there at number 10. But who am I going to take? This is tough. This is tough. We got Barkley, Malone, and Tim Duncan. So let me see. Whew, this is tough. I'm gonna go. Man, I'm gonna go with Tim Duncan. I'm gonna go with Tim Duncan. But if you tell me you're going with Karl Malone or Charles Barkley, I mean, what can I say? I'll take them. Can't go wrong with that. But I'm gonna go with Tim Duncan. Now, center. Let's wrap this up. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar coming in at number 1. Wilt Chamberlain number 2. Wilt Chamberlain's number 1 for me. Bill Russell 3. Shaquille O'Neal 4. Hakeem 5. That's a joke. Moses 6. Dave Robinson 7. Patrick Ewing 8. George, Mike in 9, and Bill Walton 10. Bill Walton, injuries did him in. The injuries. If he would have never got hurt, he would had he would have had a much better career. But the injuries took him out. That's why he's down there. But Hakeem Olajuwon, the greatest post moves of a center that I've ever seen. Unbelievable moves. There's no way he's number 5. No. Shaq, big, strong. Now, Shaq, without a doubt, could be number 2 if he would have stayed in great shape his whole career. But Shaq, he gained some weight, became kind of fat, sloppy, you know, as far as the NBA is concerned, and he wasted a lot of years because of that. So, but nothing you can do about that now. Still, you got Shaq on your team, the young Shaq, in shape Shaq. You can't go wrong. Bill Russell number 3. I'm sorry, he's not over Shaquille O'Neal or Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. Wilt Chamberlain, I call him the second greatest player in the history of the NBA. If you don't know about Wilt Chamberlain, then please learn about him. This is the only man that could stop the skyhook. And Kareem Abdul Jabbar would tell you that. The only man who could stop his skyhook was Wilt Chamberlain. Let me tell you, get on YouTube, look up Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain was an Olympic level high jumper, long jumper, volleyball player. He was a Harlem Globetrotter. Wilt Chamberlain played an entire NBA season without sitting out 1 second, without missing a game. Do you understand what I just said? This 7-foot beast played every single second of the entire NBA season. No one's ever done that. Wilt Chamberlain didn't walk up and down the court. He ran. He was the most in shape, the highest jumping, the most athletic big man in the history of the NBA. This man was beyond legendary status. The problem, he was just born at the wrong time. That's all. But because of this man, NBA rules were changed. You want to talk about goaltending? Where did goaltending come from? Because of Wilt Chamberlain. 3 seconds in the lane? Where did that come from? Because of Wilt Chamberlain. The man was a beast. So when I hear people say that if he played in today's game, he would be like a Rudy Gobert or something like that, that is so insulting. I mean, whoever, the people that say stupid stuff like that, they have no idea about basketball. They have no clue. Once again, Wilt Chamberlain was more in shape than anyone. The dude could jump, leap, he could run. This dude was the alpha athlete of all time in the NBA. No one was going to outrun him. No one was going to be in more shape than him. No one was going to outjump him. The man could play defense. He could pass it. He could score it. Let me tell you how how insane Wilt Chamberlain was. The media made a big deal and try to provoke him by saying, "Oh, Wilt, all you do is score. You can't get assists." What did Wilt Chamberlain do that year? Wilt Chamberlain went out and led the NBA in assists, not for centers, but for all NBA. He was the number 1 assist per game player in the NBA for that year, just to show that he could do it. But he had to score. And if Wilt Chamberlain was playing today, there would be no one to stop him. No one could even come close. And he was strong. The dude was strong. Ask Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger, who Wilt Chamberlain was the Conan the Barbarian. Arnold Schwarzenegger will tell you Wilt Chamberlain could pick him up with one hand. And there's all kind of stories about the strength of Wilt Chamberlain. The man was a monster. So no one would be stronger, could jump higher, could run faster, could be in more shape. Are you serious? Wilt Chamberlain would be the greatest, most dominant thing that people have ever seen if he played in today's NBA games. Just, I mean, it's no doubt about it. So Wilt Chamberlain's my number one. With all that said, Kareem, if you have Kareem, I'm not going to fight you. Kareem, a heck of a player. He's my number two center of all time, without a doubt. But Wilt's my number one. So if you don't know about Wilt Chamberlain, I plead with you, please get on YouTube, look up Wilt Chamberlain videos. I'm telling you, once you see these videos, once you hear what Wilt Chamberlain did, once you hear it from other players, once you see this for yourself, I know you will be convinced Wilt Chamberlain will be in your top three players of all time. I know for a fact that will happen. I'm going to think you know about Tim Duncan. If you don't know about Larry Bird, get on YouTube, look him up. Once you do, you'll see Larry Bird was a top three player of all time. If you're a Michael Jordan hater, then you're just delusional. If you don't know and think Michael Jordan is number one shooting guard, number one player overall, then I can't help you. I mean, you can watch the videos, hear what other players said. But my gosh, I watched every game he played in Chicago, and you see, he deserves his own video. So just let me stop. Um, Magic Johnson, my point guard. So overall, I really like my team. Defensively, are you kidding me? Wilt Chamberlain and Tim Duncan. Oh my gosh. I don't care what combination you come to me with. There is not a greater defensive pairing you could come up with in the paint than Wilt Chamberlain and Tim Duncan. You want to talk about impossible? Oh my gosh, you're not coming to the paint. I'm sorry, it's not happening. Larry Bird, he could play defense. I mean, don't be fooled. He could play great defense, but he just wasn't as athletic as Jordan. But defensively, he could play great, great. And his brain, his basketball IQ was off the charts. He knew how to play defense. He knew all about spacing, angles. So we're not. I mean, defensively, I mean, there's no hope for you. Michael Jordan, you already know. Magic Johnson. No one ever talks about his defense, but the man could play defense. So don't sleep on it. But overall, I love my team. I love my team. We're not going to lose a game. I'm sorry. Magic Johnson running my point. Now, I'm talking about the young. When I say this, I'm talking about every player's in their prime. So if you have a delusion of a player when they were older, no. In their prime, Magic Johnson's my point guard. Michael Jordan's my shooting guard. Larry Bird's my small forward. Tim Duncan's my power forward. And Wilt Chamberlain is my center. Now, before I end the video, a little wild card. A little wild card. Couple things. Now, because today's NBA is more offensive. It's really not about big men. I could have somebody like LeBron James be my power forward, or I could even have Larry Bird play power forward. So if I want, you could get LeBron and Larry Bird in the starting five. One of them could replace Tim Duncan. I could do something like that. So who would be the first player off my bench? Who's coming in? The first player to come off my bench of all the NBA players. Will it be LeBron James? Will it be Kobe Bryant? Will it be Karl Malone, Charles Barkley? Will it be Kareem? The first one coming off my bench is Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant not only um, copied Michael Jordan in every way, but he was more than a wannabe. Um, he was Michael Jordan, the the B side. Let's just say that. So Jordan Jordan's one, of course, but Kobe Bryant's the first one coming off my bench. And just for fun, let's just go through it. Kobe Bryant coming off my bench as shooting guard. For my point guard, Isaiah Thomas is coming off my bench. He's going to come off the bench for my point guard. Um, Shooting guard, LeBron James is coming off my bench. Power forward, I'm going with Charles Barkley coming off my bench. Center, I'm going with Kareem coming off my bench. There you go. That is loaded. That is loaded. I will fear no team anyone can put up against this team. Defensively, offensively, I have no fear. There's not another starting five you could put together that would strike fear in this team. Unbelievable. So in the comments, let me know who would your starting five be, and who would be your bench. Let me know in the comments. All time NBA starting five.